Today, I'm super excited to share 5 amazing side hustles that you can start with zero cash, right from the comfort of your bedroom. All you need is a solid internet connection. Stick around until the end because I've got a bonus tip that will supercharge any of these hustles and boost your earnings. A lot of side hustle videos out there focus on potential earnings, but here's my take. Sure, money matters, but if you don't enjoy what you're doing or aren't naturally good at it, you'll get bored or struggle to succeed. But let's get one thing straight. A side hustle is not a job. If you want a job, you can work at McDonald's, Starbucks, or drive for Uber. What I'm talking about is starting something with the potential to grow over time, giving you more freedom and flexibility in your life. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with the first side hustle, creating digital products. Now, what exactly is a digital product? It's anything that comes in a digital format, meaning no shipping or manufacturing hassles. Think digital downloads, software, ebooks, music files, courses, videos, templates, you name it. A super simple way to start is by thinking about the apps or software you use the most, and then creating templates for them. For example, we use Notion every day, so we've made Notion templates for productivity systems, second brain systems, students, study templates, finance trackers, resume builders, you get the idea. We've managed to make anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 a month selling these various templates. Take someone like Thomas Frank, for example. He's made over $100,000 a month selling Notion templates. One of the reasons he's so successful is because he also has tons of educational content about Notion. If you're a beginner, you can easily make a few $1,000s a month if you take it seriously and list your templates on multiple marketplaces like Etsy, Gumroad, or even the Notion gallery itself. But zoom out for a second. Notion isn't the only software out there, right? You can make templates for anything. Canva graphic designs, LUTs for photos, presets for videos, web design templates, even note-taking templates for apps like GoodNotes on the iPad. I'll drop a bunch more ideas here, so feel free to take a screenshot. Now, we're still on number 1, but you've already got a ton of ideas. Here's what I recommend. Take a few minutes to think about all the apps, software, and tools you use regularly. If you figure out a nice workflow for these tools, package that workflow into a template and put it up for sale. When you're starting out, don't worry about the market being saturated or too competitive. That's actually a good thing because it means there's a proven concept and demand for it. Instead, focus on making your digital products for a very specific target audience. Let's talk side hustle idea number 2, becoming a content curator. Now, this is a bit different from being a content creator. A content creator makes original content, while a content curator collects and shares what other people have created. There are tons of interesting ways to do this. Take Eduardo Morales, for example. He runs an Instagram account called Pin Lord, where he curates and sells enamel pins. It might sound a bit out there, but Eduardo grew his account from 0 to over 100,000 followers in less than 2 years, and he's making about $3,500 a month from it. Now, let's put that into perspective. 2 years is pretty quick in the grand scheme of things. If you're thinking, oh, it took him 2 whole years to start making a full-time income, you're missing the point. Building something worthwhile takes time. Just think about it. To become an engineer, you'll spend 5 to 6 years in college and another 1-2 years interning for a low salary. So, wanting all that money and freedom without putting in the work, that's not how it works. Here's a quote from Eduardo. Last month, I made over $3,500 from my Instagram. Before starting at Pinlord, the repost account where I curate and sell enamel pins, I had no experience building a social media or online business. I'm also not an influencer. I'm not particularly social, and I definitely don't have a fun and exciting life to show off on Instagram. I learned how to monetize my Instagram account by making an effort to understand how the platform works and putting in the work required to execute the right activities at a high level for a long period of time. Trust me when I say, if I can do it, anyone can. I'm not saying you should start an Instagram account and sell enamel pins. The point is to show you that there are different paths you can take. Just remember, building something worthwhile takes time and effort. That's it for side hustle idea number 2. Stay tuned for more. Side hustle idea number 3 is shorts video. Ever thought about diving into YouTube Shorts? It's not just a place for quick, fun videos, it's where those videos can turn into more than just entertainment. Just look at channels like ZHC and Emma Chamberlain. They've shown how these short clips can rake in serious cash. They've built huge followings and made money through ads and sponsorships. But here's the kicker. It's not just about ads. You can also dive into affiliate marketing. That means recommending products you love to your viewers. When they buy through your link, you get a piece of the pie. So, you've got two ways to make money from your videos. Starting on YouTube Shorts doesn't need a big investment. It's about your ideas and how much effort you're willing to put in. Whether you're into art, sharing tips, or just showing off what you're passionate about, there's an audience out there eager to watch. So, why not give it a shot? Start creating videos, share what you love, and see where it takes you. It's not just about making videos, it's about building a community and maybe even turning your hobby into a paycheck. Ready to take that first step? If you want to learn more about creating YouTube Shorts using AI, check out my recent video, Bulk Create 300 Monetizable YouTube Shorts using only AI. I've been making $10K a month with this method. It's super easy to start, even if you don't think you have any skills. Number 4. Tutor. Alright, let's talk about an awesome side hustle. You can start as a student with no money becoming a tutor. If you're good at a particular subject, why not teach it to someone else? You can tutor in math, history, science, you name it. But here's a pro tip. Niche down to something super specific, like being a personal tutor for pre-med students to help them ace the MCAT. Now, here's the secret sauce. Record your best tutoring sessions. Why? Because you can use that material to build an online course later on. I know, online courses sometimes get a bad rap. People often sell courses on things they haven't actually achieved themselves. But if you put in the work, get really good at your subject, and have recordings to prove it, you'll have way more credibility. Parents will happily pay good money for their kids' education if you can show real results. You can also start tutoring through websites like tutorme.com, studypool.com, and tutor.com. There are about 300 subjects you can tutor in, from calculus to Python. And if you want to scale up into a small tutoring business, Alex Heroes has a great breakdown on starting a tutoring side hustle from scratch. I'll link everything in the description below. Now, you don't have to be a student or stick to school subjects. If you know how to pass any licensing or board exams, like if you're a doctor, lawyer, nurse, accountant, or broker, you can sell courses, tutoring, and coaching on the side to make extra income from your existing knowledge. But here's a golden nugget not many talk about. Teaching a second language. You can get paid by sites like vitkid.com or italki.com just for speaking English or any language you know. They offer over 150 languages. But if you know English, you've got an edge because parents worldwide will pay for English lessons for their kids. Knowing English opens up better opportunities and markets, and that's something parents are willing to invest in. Number 5. Virtual assistant. Alright, let's dive into side hustle idea number 5, which is a big one. As it becomes easier to start an online business, more people are jumping on board. One of the strongest pillars of these online ventures is the virtual assistant. You can do literally anything as a virtual assistant, from online shopping for others to data entry. If you're super organized, you can manage people's calendars, plan their trips, post content on social media, do research, and so much more. Check out this handy list to get an idea. Now, if you have a specific skill or talent, you can charge even more for your services. Think graphic design, copywriting, or music production. But let me tell you about an often overlooked but fantastic way to be a virtual assistant working for a big creator or entrepreneur. Yes, it's going to take some effort to reach out directly to the people you want to work with, but imagine being an assistant for someone like Tim Cook or Mr. Beast. Obviously, these are ultra-famous people, but you get the point. Imagine how much you can learn from them. You'd see their day-to-day operations and what it takes to be a top performer. That experience is priceless. You're basically getting paid to learn. Now, for the special 5th side hustle idea, it's all about having an investor mindset. Every single one of these side hustle ideas has some kind of return on investment. They have the potential to grow into something much bigger. Stick with it long enough, and they become an asset that pays you over and over again. For example, writing can turn into a book, video editing can turn into a YouTube channel, and teaching can turn into an online course. All of these can become online businesses. Traditionally, when people think about investing, they think about stocks or real estate, right? Buying a property and renting it out. But now, we're in the age of digital real estate or digital assets, things that can be managed remotely. If you start early and stick with it, a side hustle can definitely grant you financial and time freedom. Conclusion. Alright, so if you've made it to the end of this incredibly long video, I just want to say a huge thank you, and I'd love it if you could drop a comment below. What did you take away from this video? More importantly, what action are you going to take as a result of watching it? I mean, you've stuck around for quite a while now. Most people who clicked on this video probably left within the first minute when they saw me getting all philosophical. So the fact that you're still here means you have a level of persistence that puts you in the top 10% of viewers. Only about 5–10% of people will make it this far, and that's awesome. But here's the thing without taking some sort of action. Watching this video is kind of pointless, right? There's no benefit to you if you don't do something with what you've learned. So drop a comment and let me know what action you're planning to take. This also helps me understand if making videos like this is still worthwhile. Now, in this video, we've talked about content and services as ways to make money, but we haven't really touched on products. So, in the next video, I'm going to break down some product ideas you can use to make money online. Think passive income, side hustles, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.